Hello and welcome everyone to the University of Manitoba. We're here at the Investors Group Athletic Center featuring international women's volleyball. We've got Team Canada taking on Team Peru. My name is Missy Tenner and with me is Jared Brown. Jared, we've got number 23 Canada taking on number 17 Team Peru. They played the other night. Peru took it 3 straight. It's a very young team on both squads and also a new coach from Canada. What can you expect for tonight?
Well, on Tuesday was the first game of the 3-game series, and I think both teams are kind of just working out a couple kinks, and I expect to play a lot better, higher quality volleyball tonight. And, like I said, it's the beginning of a new cycle for both programs. We have a new coach on the Canadian side, Coach Arne Ludwig, and, I expect a lot better match tonight from Team Canada.
For sure, and both teams are actually preparing for some upcoming events. Team Canada, what their main goal is to not only get ready for the Pan American Cup, but also for the World Qualifier in Puerto Rico in July. So that's their main objective for tonight and for this exhibition series.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about off air before about how Team Canada would like to get into the top 15 in the world. Currently ranked number 23, and Peru, who's ranked 17th, is kind of a good barrier for them to see where they are if they're closer to that 15 mark.
Right, so we're just going to hear the starting lineups right away. Team Peru, again, 17 in the world, and they're up against Canada. And as you mentioned, Jared, Canada really looking to move up in the rankings, and we know that that's also going to take some time. That doesn't happen overnight with a new coach and a new program.
Exactly, and it does take a long time, too, in the world to get up in your rankings, earn up the points to move up the ladder. So, but a good result here this weekend against the Peru team that, we mentioned 17th in the world. Will definitely help put them on that right track over the next, 4 years, obviously trying to qualify for 2012 Olympics in London.
Yeah. I think another thing worth mentioning is the fact that at the international level, they're also utilizing a new ball right now. And they say that the players really have difficulty passing it. So if you see tonight that some of the players having trouble with this new ball, apparently it really moves and floats.
Yeah, that'll be something to keep our eye on here. Obviously, like we said, a new team and a lot of players who may be playing in one of their first, tournaments with Team Canada, their first experience, this international ball. Obviously, a ball that they don't use at the university level, where a lot of these girls are coming from. So it'll be something to keep an eye on both sides of the court for sure.
And they say that it might have been designed purposely for that, maybe to make it a little bit more difficult and add to the game a little bit. So we'll see if that does indeed happen tonight.
And another point we mentioned is that the ball is to be a bit more visually kind of pleasing to the fans for TV and for webcasts like this one. A bit easier to pick up on than the old white ball years ago, right, Missy? So
doesn't get much flashier than this, purple and yellow. So that is the real ball if you see that.
We had a good-sized crowd there tonight, Missy. Obviously, Tuesday was the annual school game, so we had a lot of young kids here on Tuesday at the Investors Group Center. But we have a pretty good-sized crowd tonight, and they keep filing in as we speak. So, and of course, they do play again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here at the Investors Group Center, and that will wrap up this 3-match series. So
that's right, Mickey.
Exactly.
If you get that opportunity, you want to come down here and watch this live. It's a fabulous level of volleyball. International women. On the left side of our screen, we've got in white with a little bit of red is Team Peru. And on the right side of the screen, in pretty much all red with black shorts, is Team Canada. Back to serve right now is number 19. That's Lauren O'Reilly, one of the setters for Team Canada. O'Reilly with the first serve. Nice pass by Arcida. And a dump right off the hop there by the setter.
As a coach, that's a great way to start the game. You just kind of try and catch Canada off guard, and that's definitely what they did there with their early first point for Peru.
And establishing her as part of the offense right away is the setter. It's a nice play to start with, and she definitely caught Canada not in position for that one. Back to serve right now is Elena Keldibekova. That is the setter for Team Peru. Looks like they're checking out rotation right now.
I think that's actually the 3-ball system. They've only got one ball in there, so they're going to put the other ones in play. And there we go.
Just a minor mistake. As long as they got the one, they can play. But
that's right.
The 3 balls definitely speeds things up. Nice serve by the setter. Good pass there by number 8. That's Shlena White. Big swing there by number 7, Molkecki. Nice pickup by O'Reilly. Back row attack there by Moteki. That ball goes out of bounds, results in another point for Team Peru.
Nice first attack by Moteki there, but looks like she just got a bit off timing there on the second attack and result in an error there.
And also that set pretty far off the net. A lot harder to time. Looks like that serve is going deep. Great save attempt there by the Canadian side, but unfortunately doesn't keep it in play. Results in another point. 3-0, an early lead for Team Peru.
And Schlagendweit is actually only 19 years old, so definitely the youngest player on this Team Canada squad.
I was looking at the age of a lot of these players in the year that they were born, and I felt old immediately.
Definitely a young team here.
Got a bit of a rally here going up to the right side. Nice attack there by number 4. That's Soto.
And a great bump set there by the setter, going all the way to the left side, coming back with the bump set to the right side. Kind of caught Team Canada off guard a little bit.
Absolutely. Most setters will just go out to the power position or the left side, but she put that one right back to the right side, and a great attack by Soto. Shelby Bekova still serving. She serves that one into the net. Canada gets her first point. 4-1 is the score. Back to serve right now is Tammy Mahon.
Mahon, one of the veterans, the captain of Team Canada.
A Manitoba product. Nice pickup by Young. Goes back to Mahon. Mahon hits that one cross court, but just out of bounds.
That was a nice run there by Team Canada. Mahon coming out of the back row, and I think that's an option that will be there for them as the game continues. So almost a mistake sometimes you don't mind making because it does show that they'll be open later on in the game.
Young with the pass. Nice pickup there by Holness. Back row just play continued by Mahon. Nice pickup by Mahon, but it goes out of bounds and into the crowd.
Kelda Bakova, the setter for Peru, Missy, has really done a great job. Been very impressed in his first 7 points. Great force in the middle there, and again, Team Canada was thinking outside, and she caught them off guard.
Zamudio with the serve. Another service there by Team Peru. 6-2 is the score in favor of Team Peru still in this first set.
Well, Team Canada's got 2 free points here off this serve from Peru. They got to try and earn a couple here and get back in this game early on.
Absolutely. We'll see what Tasha Holness can do at the service line for Team Canada. Unfortunately, that one falls a little bit short, and that might also be attributed to that new ball.
Yeah, exactly. And no matter what level you're at, whether you're elementary school or at international level, you never want to follow up a miss from your opponent with a miss of your own, and that's momentum sapping for sure.
We always said one thing that drove us nuts as coaches is a miss serve. Big swing there, but it looked like it just went out of bounds by Uceda.
And Canada might have caught a break there. It looked like their blockers might have been on the net there a little bit, so they'll take the point regardless.
Back to serve right now is Tanya Mokeki. Nice jump serve, great pass by the libero from Team Peru, and a nice swing by Deanna Soto, but she misses the block and hits it wide and out of bounds.
A nice block there from Hines and Schlagenweit. Obviously they didn't get the stuff block, but they set it up well and really didn't give her much option but to hit that ball out of bounds.
Exactly what you want your blockers to do is do their assignments and force them to make the error. Don't give them much court. Makeki back to serve, 14 Canada. And a service ace. Boy, did she find that spot wide open.
And Makeki, you can tell, she's got some good power behind her serve there. She had a nice attack early on in the game, and her first serve there as well was tough. So let's see what she can do here on this third one.
And you could see Hisena Oseda moving back to cover up that open spot that she left on that last serve, and a nice hit there by number 2, Uribe.
And four-person serve receive there on that one, missing. That's interesting they'll go to that quickly in this game, but worked out well for them. They were sliding out, obviously.
That's right. We've got our first technical timeout. 8-5 is our score in favor of Team Peru. So far, we've seen a bit of a slow start, some missed serves, but Canada's starting to come alive here.
Yeah, definitely. And that's some nice serving from Okeki there to try to get them back in the game a little bit. But the mistakes that Canada has made, I think, were just a little bit of tentativeness. And as this game continues, I think they'll pick up on those pretty quickly.
Yeah, and quite often teams still start off with the jitters. It is a young squad, and it is one of their first exhibition series. So teams are still a little bit nervous, and I'm sure at the start of a game like this, you're going to see those nerves.
And I think the interesting part about being in Canada and at home is it's actually harder on Team Canada being a young team, and this is going to be, like I mentioned, some of their first matches representing Team Canada at this stage. Whereas Peru, you're on the road and you kind of get away from all that, and it's easier for them to come out a little bit. They're not playing in front of friends and family as many of these Team Canada players are, right?
That's right. Good points. A lot of pressure sometimes is felt by the home team. Young with the pass, the libero for Team Canada. They go out to number 8. And a missed contact there in the middle. Kelderbakova was going middle, but missed time.
And that one there, Kelderbakova, she had a great force earlier on in this first set, and I think that one there was maybe just a little bit too difficult to match up with the middle of Uribe there.
Schlagen-Tweit now to serve for Team Canada. Kelderbakova goes outside to number 6. That's Uceda. Looked like she took a lot off that swing, got underneath the ball and hit it out.
Yeah, and if you're going to let up, you might as well try and put it in a spot that puts Team Canada in trouble. And that's just that's a real kind of a brain fart mistake there by Uceda on the left.
Great pass by the libero Palacios. Boy, when you get a pass like that, you got an opportunity to run your offense.
Yeah, that was a great run there by Uribe in the middle.
9-7 is our score, still in favor of Team Peru. Back to serve right now is Uribe. A dump by Team Canada.
Yeah, do something with that ball there, and again.
Nice save off the net by Kelderbakova. Number 19, the setter O'Reilly going back. Great save by Team Peru. The setter attacks that one, but a great save again in the back row. I believe that was number 16, Paridas. Looked like that ball was going to hit the floor, and she hit the floor last second.
Zamudio, nice swing there in the middle after Canada gave away a couple good opportunities to side out there. When that ball comes over, you got to put that ball down to the court.
My apologies, it wasn't number 16. It looked like it might have been number 15 with that save, Ortiz. O'Reilly pushing that ball out to Mahan. She's blocked, but it's kept alive by Mahan. Back row by Schlagen-Tweit, and Team Canada scores.
And a nice play there by Schlagen-Tweit. The pipe was a little bit higher than she was coming in for, and kind of a second tempo attack there from her out of the back row, and it kind of maybe caught the Peru blocker off guard a little bit.
Serving right now is Hinza. Kelderbakova goes out to number 6, Uceda. O'Reilly chasing that ball to Mahan with a nice swing, just catches the line.
That's very close there, almost out of bounds, but just clipped the line on the attack from Mahone there, and it was a nice set on the run by O'Reilly. Yes. And O'Reilly, another younger member, only born in 1989, so that would make her 20 years old.
Yikes. Nice step there by Team Peru, but Zamudio hits that ball out.
Obviously, the first time we've seen Peru here live in action, you can tell that early on the strength of their team definitely lies in the middle of the court.
Hinza still serving for Team Canada. We are all tied up at 10 apiece in this opening set. Oh, and a nice wipe. Did she get a piece of the block? No, she did not. Canada takes their first lead.
And I think, the setter, Kelderbakova, she's setting the ball a little bit too tight on the outside. And the outside attacker there, you see that she's just having a tough time really doing anything with it because it's obviously a well-formed block out there. And her only real choice to score is off the hands. And if those hands aren't there, it's going out of bounds.
That's right. And the hands were there, and then it looked like they almost brought them down. So she hit that ball out of bounds. 11-10 is the score right now in favor of Team Canada. It's the opening set. We are featuring international women's volleyball. Team Peru, 17 in the world, up against Team Canada, number 23 in the world.
And Canada's went on a pretty solid run here after being down early on 6-2. They're now up 11-10. So a better job coming back. And, it's good to see them kind of getting their momentum a little bit now on their side.
Great. We talked about the slow start, but now they're right into things and playing with a lot of confidence here. We'd like to welcome all the viewers that are taking in this webcast, especially those that may be watching in Peru.
That's the beauty of the webcast here, Missy, is obviously it's available all over the world, and you never know who's tuning in, just cruising through the internet.
I know, and you never know who we're scaring with our voices right now.
Nice pass there.
Middle attack by number 7. That was Yulisa Zamudia.
And if Zamudia gets the ball in the right spot, she's putting it down to the floor. We can see that early on.
Absolutely.
She connects very well in the middle.
some good size and definitely got on top of that ball. Back to serve right now is Uceda. A very deep serve. O'Reilly going out to Mahan. Mahan hitting that ball off the top of the net and out of bounds, results in a point for Peru. 12-11 is the score in favor of Peru.
No, it's unfortunate, Mason. We don't have the ages for the Peru players here, but they do look like they have some younger players in the court as well. It's too bad we couldn't compare the ages between Team Canada and Team Peru.
That's right, and Team Canada's only been together for about 3 weeks to a month, and they say that Peru has only been together for maybe 3 weeks to a month more than that. So both younger teams gaining their first international experience.
Team Canada coach Arn Ludwig calling a timeout here. Out of the timeout, Peru has gone on a 3-point run here, and he wants to settle his team right back down, and obviously did a good job coming back to take the lead here early on. Doesn't want to give any momentum back to Peru at all.
That's right. The other night they played, Peru took it 3 straight by scores of 25-17, 25-17, and 25-15, and they did play a 4-set, which Canada went on to take. So that could also be some momentum that they're carrying into tonight, and it looks like they're definitely in this one.
Yeah, they're right in this game for sure, and like I predicted, they'd probably be a little bit closer tonight than they were on Tuesday, and they've been right in this game. Obviously, a couple early mistakes that held them up a little bit, but now they seem to have kind of found their stride a little bit more.
Uceda still serving for Team Peru. Nice pass by Canada. O'Reilly going out to Mahan. She hits it off the blocker's hands and out of bounds. Very smart attack. You can see Tammy looking at the block and using it.
And Mahan's attack before the timeout, she tried to go off the hands back into the court and hit the ball a little too low. That one did a good job wiping it off and out of bounds.
Nice pass by Uceda. It's a roll shot by Zamudio. O'Reilly goes back to number 7. Nice attack there by Mokelke.
And that's what Canada has to do, Missy. Off that middle attack, it was kind of a broken play on that step round, basically a free ball, and they have to slide out right back after you get a free opportunity like that.
The setter O'Reilly back to serve right now. We are tied at 13 apiece in this opening set. Kelgebekova goes to Soto. Big block by Holness, but it's picked up somehow by Team Peru.
And Missy, that's actually, Libero set that ball from her knees, and that actually should be a violation.
Right.
The attacker went up and hit the ball. The Libero was in front of the attack line, so that's something that both referees didn't pick up on.
Right, and it looked like Team Canada was almost picking up on that and stopped playing, which is why sometimes you always want to play till you hear the whistle, because you never know.
Mokelke looking for a touch call there, but doesn't find it as the attack goes long. So
15-13 is our score. Back to serve right now is the setter, Elena Kelgebekova. Young with the pass for O'Reilly. They go to Mahan. Mokelke. Big swing by Mokelke. O'Reilly again. Mokelke. Nice pickup by the libero, Palacios. That was Schlagentweit with a dig and the attack and the hitting air by Schlagentweit.
Well, that's the kind of ball there, Missy, that Schlagentweit, she's not going to get a lot of pace on it. Sometimes you're better off even just standing on the ground and sometimes just setting that ball to the deep part of the corner and trying to take the setter out of the play. I mean, it wasn't a well-formed attack.
No, or sometimes just, as you mentioned, standing and even hitting more of a down ball, so there's some control with it. You don't want to give this team some easy points. We're at our second technical timeout right now. The score is still in favor of Team Peru. They're up by 3. 16-13 is our score. Remember, they play a best of 5.
And Mokelke, she's shown some good power early on here for Team Canada, but seems to be kind of, one solid attack, one hitting error out of her so far. It's like to see she can maybe pick those numbers up a little bit and start getting, improve that kill to error ratio.
And sometimes that's a sign of being young.
Yeah, exactly,
a little bit of inexperience here, and with each attack and with each success, she's also going to gain a lot of confidence.
And even just, playing with a different setter, obviously, as well. That's, one of the hardest things is every setter, every team runs a different offense, the way they set their ball. So that's going to be one of the biggest challenges for this team kind of in the early stages of their development here.
Absolutely. Kelgebekova to setter serving. O'Reilly goes middle to Holness. who makes no mistake there.
Great swing there in the middle by Tasha Holness. That was a good-looking run there in the middle for sure.
Right, and I think Canada's going to have to continue to establish that middle attack. Open things up for the outside attackers. Just a nice roll shot there by Team Peru, but Mahan with a huge save for Team Canada. And that was a nice down ball, well placed. And that's exactly what we talked about, what Flag and Flight needs to do.
I think Coach Ludwig heard us all the way up here, Misty. He was giving that tip maybe in the timeout.
$5 for those tips. Tammy Mahan with the high short serve. Almost a pick up there by the setter O'Reilly, but she couldn't control that cross-court attack.
The substitution coming in here for Peru looks like Angelica Aquino coming in for serving substitution here for Zamudio.
So see what Angelica Aquino can do for Team Peru. 17-15 still her score. Oh, a nice serve. Young putting over a free ball. See if Peru can take advantage of this one. They go to the middle. Nice combination there. They have to step around in the middle X.
Yeah, Soto pretty much had a wide open court to look at there. There was no block up there for Team Canada, but sometimes those are the hardest ones to hit. You know, you see that much open court and you swing a little too hard and you hit it out of bounds.
Yeah, and it depends what they're focused on at that point. And sometimes they get too excited when they see no block there, and you're right, they end up putting more pressure on themselves. Nice attack and a great pickup in the back row by Tammy Mahan.
Yeah, I thought that was a questionable contact there by Kozubakova. The ball kind of rattled around there a little bit, and head referee Azad Hossein makes the call. Now we're tied up here at 17.
Tasha Holness serving right now for Team Canada, one of the middle attackers. Good pass by Palacios. They go outside. What a cut shot by Ortiz.
Yeah, wasn't much there for Ortiz, and made a great shot, cutting that ball back away from the blocker.
We'll be checking to see if that ball's still in one piece after that cut shot. Mahan with a great pass to O'Reilly. Flag and White hits that ball off the blocker's hand. There's contact made by Team Peru. Point.
I was going to say that ball, it's pretty easy sometimes to tell on ones like that whether there was a touch or not. You don't see a ball hit like that very often out of bounds with that kind of rotation on if there was no touch. So.
Mokeki serves that ball out of bounds. 19-18 is the score in favor of Team Peru. So this one really going back and forth. Every time Canada gets an opportunity to get back in this one, we see Peru take the lead again.
Coach Ludwig is going for a double substitution here, and basically what this does is it gets three attackers back in the front row again for Team Canada. Sam Lowen comes in for Mokeki, and this will just sort of change the whole look of the offense now. And Peru, maybe he was keyed up on certain players. It's a much different look coming at them from their side of the net.
So Sam Lowen now into set for Team Canada. Great block in the middle by Hinza.
And that's the tough come off the bench, Missy, at 19-18 as a setter, and to try and set the middle on the first ball is obviously very difficult. And you saw a bit of a misconnection there between Heinze and Lowen, but Heinze did a good job just tipping it down and keeping the ball alive, and it works out for Team Canada.
Flag and White serves that ball out of bounds. 2019, so Canada's still in this one. We're still in the opening set. Back into the game is Zamudio. She replaces Aquino. Oribe back to serve for Team Peru.
Peru really doing a lot of switching around with their libero as to who they're going in and out for in the back row, and that's something that can get a little confusing as you see them having some issues over there.
Nice pass by Schlag and White. They go out to Mahan. Mahan gets blocked, and the cover was there, but they're all kind of looking at each other.
A little bit of campfire there, Misty. Everyone's sitting down looking for who's coming to take that ball, and that's really unfortunate because that would have been a good opportunity to to transition out of there and try and get a good side out. Now they're down 2. Almost a football there, Misty. I thought it was pretty close on the line.
Absolutely. I noticed that on the last one as well, so definitely coming very close to that service line. Back to serve right now is Jennifer Hinza, Team Canada.
Hinza from UBC, who was victorious this year in the CIS competition on the university side of things. So.
Yeah, that's right. I saw Doug Reimer here earlier, was talking to him and congratulating him on that big win.
Nice block there by freshly subbing into the game, Marie Matho. got a mouthful of a name, but a big wall at the net as well, and that substitution paying immediate dividends there for Coach Ludwig.
And Hinza still serving. We are all tied at 21 apiece. At 62 there, back by Zamudio. Makes no mistake there, hitting that one cross court, back to net position 1.
And that's the bread and butter for Peru. We've seen it now countless times in this first set. When they need a side out, when they need a big point, they're going to go to the middle, and especially kind of on that step-around option.
Uceda now serving for Team Peru. Low and out to Mahan. Mahan gets on top of that one. Boy, she had to rush in for that set.
Coach Young from Peru thought that ball was out of bounds. He had a pretty good look at it there, but just clipped the sideline, and that's a big swing from the captain, Tammy Mahone.
Serving right now is Murray Metho. She serves that ball into the net.
Now, what's interesting there is that obviously they pulled the double substitution, and now Mokelke and O'Reilly will come back into the game, but that's a serve that O'Reilly should have, it was her turn to serve, and interesting that Coach Ludwig let her, Marie-Pierre Metho, take that serve on that opportunity there.
So far in this opening set, we've actually seen a number of missed serves, and again, that could be getting used to this new international ball. Nice pass there by Schlagen-Tweit. Oh, great save in the back row by number 6, Uceda. O'Reilly goes back row and not in position, but placing that one, looked like she was trying to place that one deep corner, but it went wide. That was Schlagen-Tweit.
That would have been a really nice run. I think that would have caught Peru off guard, but looks like Schlagen-Tweit just didn't quite expect to get set on that one, but a nice play by the center O'Reilly to try and run that option.
So the score right now is 24-22. Set point in favor of Peru. We'll see what Canada can do to hold on to this first set and stay alive in this one.
Missy, a point worth mentioning is a lot of the more veteran players on Team Canada aren't dressing tonight as well. Tiffany Dodds, formerly the University of Alberta, now playing pro overseas, one of the stars of this Team Canada, who's not dressing here tonight, and Larissa Kundi as well, a veteran setter, not playing here tonight. So, Coach Ludwig, he's giving the younger players an opportunity, to all to play. And this roster will be pared down from this larger number down to 14 for the next couple competitions that are coming up as well. So,
right, so he's getting an opportunity to see some of the other players, give them a chance to gain some of this international experience and really build some depth amongst the team. O'Reilly goes middle to Holness. Holness scoring every time so far for Canada.
Well, that's a run that I love as a coach, Missy, where the middle passes the ball and then comes in for the attack. I think sometimes the middle block on the other side of the net looks away after the middle's passed the ball. Kelda Bakova goes in the step around there, and that ball's hit wide. Looks like Team Canada might have been on the net possibly, but Zamudio had a chance to win this set here and hit the ball out of bounds.
We're tied at 24 here, so we're going into OT in the first set. That ball hit off the hands. Mahan makes the dig. O'Reilly goes outside. Schlagen-Tweit gets dug up. Ortiz with the attack, but she finds the corner.
Libero Julie Young for Team Canada was creeping into the court a little bit, maybe expecting something off speed, but a nice shot there by Ortiz to hit that ball to the sideline, and basically a ball that was undiggable.
Huge attack by Mokelke.
I really like the play of this Tanya Mokelke. I see she's done a great job here in this first set. A couple big swings on both the left and the right side, and has served very well also.
I believe this is our last timeout. 25 apiece in the opening set here. Team Peru against Team Canada, International Women's Volleyball. We are live here at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center.
I see Coach Young very animated here in this timeout for Peru. Obviously giving a lot of feedback and a lot of instruction here. The crowd continues to grow here, Missy, as well, and we've people still filing in. Obviously, a 7 o'clock start tonight, but people we always joke there's 2 seasons in Winnipeg. There's winter and construction, and that is definitely in full force right now, Misty. The roads are all being worked on pretty heavily here in Winnipeg, so who knows? Maybe they're late because of that.
A very good crowd here for Thursday night. Holness still serving for Team Canada. We'll see if they can take over the lead. A nice short serve there. They go back to number 4, Soto. O'Reilly out to, nice pickup there by Holness, but it was an overbump, and Soto takes advantage of that one.
That was great. Great play by Holness there. Obviously, middle blockers not known for their defensive abilities, but a nice pickup there by Holness on that one to keep the play alive.
Ortiz with the serve for Peru. Nice save there by Mokeki. A nice block there by Mokeki. And another huge block by Mokeki. And I believe it was also number 16, Hinza.
Hinza, great job there in the middle. It's just another one of these young kind of studs for Team Canada. Only 21 years old. A good future ahead of her.
What a great couple of blocks by those two. An overbump, and taking advantage of that is Hinza.
And when you're up 27-26 now with Team Canada is here with their first set pointer in set number 1, you want your best server serving, and that is tonight has been Mokeki.
No question. They're sitting at set point now. Mokeki, nice. Another overbump.
Oh, that could have been a carry ball.
And Ildebekova struggled with that overbump and results in an easy point based on that serve by Team Canada. They take the opening set, 28-26.
Yeah, really a solid effort there from Team Canada after going down early 6-2. I felt really outplayed Team Peru after that point. They kind of found themselves a little bit settled into the game and looked like they were a bit of the stronger team after that opening jitters maybe a little bit there.
Well, great job by Team Canada to come back there because it was really back and forth. And early on, Team Peru was kind of in control. We saw Team Canada take the occasional lead. But to come back at the end there when really the pressure's on and start playing some of their best, they came up with 2 very well-timed blocks and then some big serves by Mokeki to take that one 28-26.
For sure, and some big kills in the middle by Tasha Holness really opened things up for the outside attackers. And I think Lauren O'Reilly, the young setter, did a pretty good job running the offense for Team Canada. So we'll see how things continue here into this, later stages of the night. But I like the effort from Team Canada in that first set, and I found a lot of the mistakes they made were just maybe a little bit of nerves, which is a good sign. They weren't overmatched.
Exactly. Yeah, and one thing you can always control are those serves, and that was something that got them off to some difficulty initially. But as we mentioned, some big blocks, some good attacks by Mahan, Mokeki, and also Holness in the middle.
Most definitely. Team Canada, I think if they can pick up a little bit and start to control the Peru middles, who scored quite effectively, especially in that 62 kind of step around option, that's really going to help Team Canada out. So we'll see how they come out now into this second set.
And that's got to be very impressive and help Canada with their confidence. Remember, they played the other night. Peru took it 3 straight. They did play the 4th set, and Canada took that one. But that's a big step for Team Canada after going down 3 sets to none the other night to take this opening set.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to be your first goal. After losing, when you're playing a series like this, after you lose the first night, 3 straight, your first goal is just to win the first set. Get that first one out of the way, and now you only need 2 more, right? And you're a lot closer to that ultimate goal, obviously, than Peru is. So, now they can continue to build on that and see if they can maybe get a better start to this second set than they did in the first one, and that'll help continue the momentum as well.
That's right. Try and keep the pressure on them. They know it's not going to be easy because, let's face it, it was back and forth, and it was a score of 28-26. But they proved it was possible, and that's an important one for confidence.
For sure.
We're almost ready to start the second set here. I'd like to welcome all our viewers from all over that are taking in this webcast. Hopefully there are people in Peru watching this one. We'd like to welcome all of them watching their home team.
Misty, we do, I'm involved in the webcast here for the University of Manitoba home games for basketball and volleyball, and I've never ceased to amaze me, the people that tune in, they just, cruising through the internet, checking things out, and you get people tuning in from all over the world, and I think that's something, obviously, that's, you don't are on TV, just because obviously sometimes only available to certain markets, but people tuning in from all over the place, so whether it be relatives, friends and family, and it's really quite neat to be a part of that for sure.
Absolutely. A lot of people really starting to take in the webcast. I know we watch a lot of games on the computer. I don't want to admit that we just got a computer a couple years ago, but I've even got my husband watching the webcast.
Well, there you go. Hook the computer up to the TV, too, and you get to, if you're capable of doing that, that's the way to go.
Sounds good. We'll have to try that. Opening serve by Team Peru. Mokeki with the first attack for Canada. They go back to Mahan. Mahan not quite ready for that one. Has to tip it over. Ortiz with the big swing for Peru. We've got a longer rally to start here. And a block in the middle again by Team Canada. Zamadia could not play that one.
And what started to happen here, Missy, when the later stages of this first set, and now it's that first rally here, Team Canada's really starting to win the battles at the net. And that was 4 attempts Peru had to swing there, and Team Canada blocked every single one. And that's obviously, if you can win that battle, you're going to be doing well.
But making no mistake there, I believe, was Soto with that attack. That one was straight to the floor. We're tied at 1 apiece in the second set. Back to serve right now is Zamadio. And another great attack by Mokeki.
Mokeki, just a very smooth player out there on the court as well, Mason. A real nice looking swing, and she's got some good power behind it.
Back to serve right now is Hinza. 2-1, the early lead for Team Canada. Luceda struggled with that pass. That ball off the blocker's hands. Keeping that ball alive was Hinza. Nice roll shot there by Schlagentweit. Ortiz off the blocker's hands. O'Reilly having to run and chase that ball down. Mahan from the back row hits that ball into the net.
And we also have a different setter on the court now for Peru. Zoila La Rosa is now in. Kelbakova taking a seat on the bench, and I don't know if that's the coach unhappy with the way she played, or maybe that was the game plan all along, was to give Kelbakova the start and go to maybe the younger setter later on.
Mokeki again from the right side, hitting that off the blocker's hands and out of bounds. So Mokeki definitely attacking with more confidence in the second set.
Mokeki had a service ace in the first set, and also Team Canada a lot of points from behind her arm there. Let's see what she can do here.
Down ball being put over by the middle attacker, Zamadio. Schlagentweit with the attack for Canada. Oh, nice tip there to number 1 position. Mokeki gets a piece of it, but could not put the ball up in play.
Those are tough, when you're O'Reilly in that position there. Trying to get off the net to play defense, but you kind of have to honor the left side attack as well, and it's a good place to tip the ball.
O'Reilly back row to Mokeki. Looked like she just got a little bit behind that ball and it went long.
Might want to see that set maybe just about 6 inches further from Mokeki to really go after it.
Right, get an opportunity to get an approach and get behind that ball. And there's Holness again, but it's dug up in the back row by Ortiz. O'Reilly goes out to, that was Schlagentweit, but it's dug up by Peru. Outside to Osida. I see a nice pick up there by Mokeki. Chased down by O'Reilly. Free ball put over by Mahan. Osida with the big attack, and it goes off Young and Mahan's hands and out of bounds.
A couple real nice defensive plays there on both sides of the net on that rally, Missy. Soto had a one-handed dig, just kind of stuck out her arm and popped up a real nice play. And also Mokeki, a great dig down the line as well for Team Canada.
Deanna Soto with the serve for Peru. Schlagentweit. Free ball being put over by the libero. That was Palacios. O'Reilly out to Schlagentweit. Oh, nice touch and pick up there by Soto, but she can't keep that ball alive for Team Peru.
I think Peru is kind of targeting Schlagentweit a little bit on their receive, and obviously being the youngest player on the court for Team Canada, that's pretty natural pressure to deal with. But I think she's doing a really good job handling that and has found a way to kind of battle through it.
Schlagentweit to serve for Team Canada. She serves that ball into the net. 6-4 is the score in favor of Team Peru in this second set. If you just tuned in, Team Canada took the opening set 28-26 in a thriller. And serving right now is Uribe. Holness with a tip. Nice pickup by Ortiz. Free ball put over by Peru. Young gets a pass to O'Reilly. They go back to Molkeki. It's kept alive by Team Peru. Number 13, La Rosa, the setter, puts that ball over. And that ball being hit long again by Molkeki. Looks like she's almost coming down as she's attacking that ball.
Yeah, it's just a timing issue there that I think Molkeki and O'Reilly kind of have to work out a little bit, and those kinks are to be expected.
Uribe with the serve. A little jostle at the net there results in a point for Team Canada.
Holness really has impressed me here so far tonight, and being around the Investors Group Center here, seen her play for Team Canada for a while, but she's looking as good as I've seen her look here now over the past couple of years right now tonight.
And with this team being as young as it is, she'd be one of the vets on the team. I remember her playing last year. No, a nice attacker down the line by Hasena Uceda.
Yeah, Holness and Mahone are the two kind of elder women on the team, I guess, at the ripe old age of 29, Missy. So just shows you the speaks volumes to the youth of this Team Canada.
29, that's the age I use a lot.
Sorry, what was that, Missy?
Said 29, that's the age I use a lot.
That's right.
We've got our first technical timeout. 8-5 is the score in favor of Team Peru. We're in the second set here at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center.
8-5, a familiar position for Team Canada, so they were down in the first set of the first technical timeout. So, you don't want to be battling back all the time, but at least Team Canada knows, they've done it already once coming back from a deficit in the first set, or they can do it again here in this second set.
Both teams waiting to get back onto the court. Again, a good crowd in attendance here. The crowd getting into this one, being treated to a good match.
A reminder, they will be playing again the third game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock here at the Investors Group Athletic Center. So if you are in the Winnipeg or surrounding area, by all means, come on down. And it'll be your last chance to see Team Canada play for a few weeks now here in Winnipeg. So
in a couple of weeks, they're going to the Pan Am Cup, and of course in July we talked about the World Qualifier, and that's in Puerto Rico.
Really, Puerto Rico and Miami, two places warmer than Winnipeg right now, but hopefully these summer months, they keep telling me it's coming, Missy, but I don't know if it's actually ever going to show here.
July 17th and 18th, there's also the 8th annual Coors Light Super Spike Tournament, so if you want to play some volleyball, you want to watch?
Not quite as high level of volleyball as here today, Missy, but still a great weekend for sure.
Mahan hitting that ball wide out of bounds. 10-5 is our score in favor of Peru.
Missy, I don't want to brag here. We're going into a timeout. Quickly speaking of Super Spike, I am a former champion of Super Spike a couple of years ago. We won the whole thing. We won the whole event.
Awesome.
We had former Team Canada veteran Keith Sanheim on the squad.
Oh, well, that's a nice addition.
Rob Olford, solid player, and Rob's wife Julie was on the squad as well. We had a good team there.
So basically what you're admitting to is having a very stacked team.
Well, that's basically what I'm saying. Missy. So they let me fill up the water bottles, and every once in a while I serve a couple balls. But hey, the trophy was still the same size no matter how much you played. So
are you going back to try and recapture that championship?
Yeah, the team has just been formed, Missy. We've just signed up, so it's a different team now. But we'll be there, and I think this is my fifth Super Spike now. It really, it's become the best weekend of the summer, I would say, and obviously a huge fundraiser for Team Canada. So. And
they play the Super Spike where?
At Maple Grove Rugby Park, just off St. Mary's in the perimeter there. Yeah, so it's really one of the best weekends of the summer. So if you're in Manitoba, by all means, get down there and check it out.
Absolutely, a big blocker in the middle by Zamudio. So Peru with probably one of the biggest leads that we've seen in either set here. 11-5 is our score.
It's come from some strong serving from Peru. That's kind of been the difference here. Team Canada hasn't been able to get a solid pass off the receive, and that's put them in trouble right off the hop.
O'Reilly goes back to Hinza, and Hinza scores. And boy, you just talked about the pass. when you have the pass, you have that opportunity to set up your offense, and the setter has some options then.
Yeah, it sounds simple, but I mean, volleyball, if you break it down, it can be a pretty easy game. If you pass the ball well off receive, you're going to have a pretty good chance to side out.
O'Reilly with the serve for Canada. That's one of the setters. Ortiz just puts over a little roll shot over the blocker's hands. Young, the libero, putting over a free ball down the line. Kept alive by Peru. Ortiz with a big attack, and she goes deep corner.
And what happened there was Mahone came over for the three-man block, and the libero Young had to kind of slide up the line a little bit to kind of cover her court, and it left that corner shot wide open.
La Rosa with the serve. Milkecki, nice attack. And that ball hit nicely by Soto off the Canadian blocker's hands and out of bounds.
La Rosa, like I mentioned, who didn't set in the first set, now seeing some action, and she's done a pretty good job here in this second set.
A shorter setter, but definitely doing a good job. Nice block in the front row by Peru. Milkecki with a second attempt. She hits that ball deep to the back, but it's kept alive by Uceda. And a nice play at the net there by Team Canada.
Yeah, Hintsa, she's been a bit of a force in the middle, blocking-wise, and we've seen some great attacking from Holness. And we see the blocking from Hintsa, which is what you want, a little bit of both from your middle blockers. Tough serve there by Mahone.
Mahone gets that ball to O'Reilly. O'Reilly goes right side to Milkecki. She keeps that ball alive. Free ball being put over by O'Reilly. See what Peru can do. Oh, and a left-handed swing there by number 4, Soto. I don't think she's left-handed.
I don't think she is either, Misty. A little bit of showing her ambidextrous side there, going up. The ball was set too far over on that X combination play, and she went up and gave a pretty good swing with the left hand.
Talk about being versatile and athletic. O'Reilly goes outside to number 8, that's Schlagentweit. Schlagentweit with the second attempt. It goes off the blocker's hands, high and out of bounds.
Now, Misty, I used to play against a guy that was ambidextrous, and if the ball was set too far one way or the other, he'd use the other hand. And as a blocker, it was almost impossible to defend against.
Exactly.
If you can teach yourself that, it's an unbelievable skill for sure.
Definitely takes a lot of athleticism to be able to do that. Jennifer Hinza serving for Team Canada. They trail 14-8. O'Reilly goes back to Milkecki with a huge attack down the line and off Palacio, the libero player for Peru.
And obviously a great thing by Milkecki, but that was all set up, though, by the dig from Hinza down the line. And then just a great set on the run by O'Reilly. Going out to the left side, bringing the ball all the way back to the right, and caught Peru off guard.
And when Milkecki gets a good approach like that, boy, did she get a good attack there. And speaking of good attacks, Diana Soto from the right side for Peru, down the line, scores.
I think Soto was a little upset that Hinza dug her the first time there because she came back with a little bit more on that second attack.
Well, served by Peru. O'Reilly goes out to Schlagentweit, who scores for Team Canada. So Team Canada staying alive in this one. They only trail by 5. 15-10 is our score in the second set. Canada taking the first one 28-26. Milkecki serves into the net.
Yeah, I wanted to mention Missy Schlagentweit. She's from British Columbia, but actually plays her college ball in Arizona State. So, we do have a good mix here of some players who've played CIS and some who've played in the NCAA as well. But, we have some great teams here in Canada at the university level. But, every once in a while, a few sneak away and go down to the south. But, women's volleyball at the collegiate level, the NCAA, it really is a fantastic sport. And their draw, 10,000 people a night to some of their games there. And, if you had the opportunity to go down, it would obviously be a good experience for those girls.
Absolutely, and it's nice that they still come back here and put on a Team Canada uniform. It's nice to see them here playing for Canada and helping out the squad. 16-10 is our score. We're in our second technical timeout here in the second set here at the Investors Group Athletic Center at the University of Manitoba. Live international women's volleyball. Number 23, Canada, taking on number 17, Team Peru. These two teams played the other night, and of course they're going to take to court again tomorrow night here at the University of Manitoba at 7 o'clock. So if you get the opportunity, come down. It's always exciting in person here. It's always good to support Team Canada.
$8 a piece, Misty. You can't beat that for a ticket.
O'Reilly having to chase that ball down Mahan from the back row, but it's kept alive by Peru. Lucida with the attack from the left side for Peru. Schlagentweit, big swing, but just goes wide.
It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Ludwig does here. Obviously, trying to get some players some experience, but if he sticks with this lineup going into the third set, after a loss, or maybe he mixes it up a little bit, that's something to kind of keep our eye on here.
Absolutely. Mahan with the pass to O'Reilly. Schlagentweit with a very safe attack, but unfortunately just going a little bit long. Looked like she just took a little bit off and it almost floated a bit.
As we speak about substitutions, Schlagentweit maybe having a little bit of a trouble on the attacking side of things. Coach Ludwig goes to Ashley Voss, who's the hometown product here from Winnipeg. Should be fairly comfortable in this gym. Played a couple of games here for U of M over the years.
And of course they serve right to her. She makes a great pass. Uribe with the attack, but Mahan can't keep that ball alive. 19-10 is our score. 14 Peru.
Now we're getting a timeout here from Coach Ludwig here for Team Canada. And, the interesting thing about Ashley Voss is she plays the middle blocker position in the CIS for Coach Bentley at U of M, but plays left side for Team Canada. So, obviously, sometimes you got to play what your team needs you, right? And if, they need her in the middle, that's where she'll play. But probably more of a future on the outside if she's not overly big for the middle position at the international level.
Absolutely. You look at her height, and sometimes it is fitting into a role, and the role that is needed for this particular team.
Luckily, Ashley got her mom's height, not her dad's height, right?
Absolutely.
That's all that occurs for there for volleyball. So her dad's athleticism and skill and her mom's height.
Right, and Mom was quite the player as well for UW. We actually played way back, I won't even say the year, but we played for a club team called Skinner's many, many moons ago.
It never hurts though when you got two parents who play a sport. You got a pretty good chance.
Absolutely, and Lloyd was one heck of a player for U of M. He used to jump out of the gym, so both very talented. And of course, they've also got a son that's quite the player as well. Was the #1 player for St. Paul's when he played high school, and is currently playing for the University of Manitoba as well. Chris Voss.
I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say that Ashley and Chris are the only brother-sister combination to ever be CIS Rookie of the Year. They both were named CIS Rookie of the Year in their first season with U of M, and I think that, to my knowledge, that would have to be a first to ever happen. So
I think you're probably right.
Check the research there, but obviously a pretty huge accomplishment for both Ashley and Chris. But Ashley's up against it here a little bit right now, and they're down 20-10, Team Canada in this second set to Peru.
Voss with the cross-court attack, kept alive by Peru. Asida with the roll shot, but right there was Lowen. Back row attack by Soto. She hits that ball out of bounds, results in a point for Team Canada, trailing by 20-11 is the score.
So this is a crucial part of the game here, Missy, where obviously it's going to be pretty tough to come back and win this set, but try and get some momentum going into the third more than anything.
Absolutely. Lucida with a big attack from the left side for Peru.
That's where you have to, as a coach, maybe set a goal to beat them to 15 before they get to 25. Something, tangible goal that they can try and reach heading into the third set.
Mirka Uribe serving for Peru. Middle attack. Polness puts it to the middle, but right there with Soto, who's got a longer rally going here. They go to the outside. Sita having to kind of reach in and play that ball inside, but Holness and Murray Meto were right there to combine for that block for Team Canada.
And that's the type of play that can help you, to build going into the next set. A nice long rally, Team Canada playing some solid defense, and then finishing off with a big block by Marie Meto.
Holness to serve for Team Canada. She puts that ball long and out of bounds.
Now, that's a mistake I don't mind as a coach, Missy. She's going after, she's trying to reach a corner, and that's, a good miss, I guess, if you can call it that. It's not into the net, but she's being aggressive and just missed long.
That's right, and you always, if you're going to miss, not that you want to, but if you're going to, there's always a chance that they're going to play it if you serve it long. If it's in the net, it's a done deal.
Nice swing down the line there by Marie Matheau, but just wide. But a good-looking run there. Probably one of her first swings of the game coming off the bench.
A very good swing. Unfortunately, just went a little bit wide down the line. Serving right now is Uceda. Nice pass by Voss. Lowen had to reach for that one, but a great save by Team Canada, tipping that ball to position 1.
Soto didn't look too interested in playing defense on that one. I guess, up 23-12 at that point. Maybe you kind of put in cruise control a little bit, but a nice play by Heinze nonetheless at the net.
Marie Matheau with a solid serve, but an even more solid attack was Zamudio.
And Zamudio been solid all night long at the net. Really that step around option, that's Peru's go-to, first choice to side out, and it's been effective all night long.
Zoila La Rosa, the setter, serving for Peru. And we've got a net violation, I believe, called against Ortiz.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that might be our first net violation of the night. A very clean, played match at the net from both teams blocking.
Back to serve for Team Canada's Tammy Mahan. 24-14 is the score. Great pass by Peru. They go back to number 4. That was Soto. Lowen with the block there. Soto again with the attack. Lowen has to push that ball outside to Voss. Ortiz off the blocker's hands. Mahan digs the ball up. We've got a long rally here. Lowen going back to Hinza. Dug up as well. Ortiz getting blocked by Lowen. And putting a roll shot over the Team Canada's blocker's hands. Voss from the outside off the blocker's hands and out of bounds. Canada winning one of the longer rallies that we've seen so far in this match.
Yeah, it's a solid rally from both teams there, and I think you mentioned probably the longest rally of the night, and that could help them going into this third set. Down 9 here, but give them something to build on for sure.
Mahan with the serve for Canada. Middle attack there by Zamudio, and that ball just caught. Actually, I think it might have been out, but
I think it was out as well.
A piece of the block. So the second set now goes to Team Peru. We are tied at 1 set apiece here.
And that's what you kind of had to expect, from a team like Peru, Missy, to come back and play a little stronger after losing the first set where they were in control for most of it.
So Canada taking the first one, 28-26. Peru responding in the second one, taking it handily, 25-15. Pretty much in control in this second set, but Canada showing some good signs there, and we just saw them win one of the longest rallies, and as you mentioned, maybe they can carry that momentum into this third set. We're tied at 1 apiece right now.
And, the third set I find, to be the most important set of the night, in a 5-set match, and that's the one that, obviously, it could be the clinching set if you're up 2-0, but, 1-1 here now. Both teams are even playing field, and this third one is really the most important one, kind of deciding factor how the rest are going to go.
And whoever takes this one puts a lot more pressure on the opponent then, doesn't it, to kind of stay in this one.
That's for sure, and, obviously, you never know. Many times teams have come back from 2-0 and 2-1, but I find this third set really can go a long way on the rest of the evening. So, but Team Canada has to be encouraged. They're doing some better things, and obviously,
absolutely.
We didn't do the game on Tuesday night, but just from looking at the scores and seeing how Team Canada has played here so far, you'd have to assume that they're a much higher level tonight than they were on Tuesday.
Well, anytime you take a set off a higher ranked team, you've got to feel good about that. That's a great accomplishment. I'm sure that was a goal of theirs. And it also proves something. It proves that they can play with this team. They're higher ranked, and they can play with them.
Yeah, that's what you want in the beginning parts of this 4-year cycle, leading up to the next Olympics, like we mentioned in 2012, is just showing that you can play with these teams and being on that level. So, definitely positive steps tonight so far to the first 2 sets.
First, we talked about this exhibition series against Peru is just getting them prepared for the Women's Pan American Cup, which is in Miami in the United States. That's June 24th to July 5th. But the main performance objective that they're trying to get ready for is for July 8th to 10th, the Women's World Championship qualifying tournament, which is going to be held in Puerto Rico.
And I just quickly want to go back to Super Spike again here, Missy. Want to make one more mention, and we forgot to mention the website before. If you have one more information, it's www.superspike.ca. And one more interesting fact about Super Spike is Kelly will be one of the headliners of the band. And the drummer of that band, Derek Allard, one of my best friends, used to live down the street from me. We went to school together, so I'm sure he'll be enjoying his first Super Spike experience as well as everyone else. I think over 170 teams last year, so they're looking to probably top that number again this year.
Well, and hopefully he gets an opportunity to watch you wipe up on the court again.
That's right. I'll tell him I'll watch a set of his, and he can come watch a set of mine.
Exactly.
Both local rock stars, we'll say.
All right, we're almost ready for the third set here. We're tied 1 apiece. Back to serve right now for Team Canada is the setter, Lauren O'Reilly. La Rosa still into set for Peru. Great dig there by Young. Mahan tips that ball over, kept alive by La Rosa. That was Ortiz with the attack. O'Reilly out to Mahan. Mahan gets blocked. Young keeps it alive. O'Reilly goes back there to Mokeki. Again, one of the longer rallies here. Mahan gets blocked and could not keep that ball alive. Peru with the first point of this third set. Into the game right now is Rodriguez. And back to serve is number 7, Yulissa Zamudia. Zamudio with the big serve. O'Reilly having to chase this ball down. Mokeki with the big swing, just catching the cross-court line.
And Peru not happy about that call. You see, it was right on the line there. I thought the ball was out, but I think the linesman made the right call there. It just clipped the line.
Mahan to serve for Team Canada. We're tied at 1 apiece in this third set. And that ball, you can see that ball sailing.
You can read the label on that one. I don't think it had one revolution all the way through.
Talk about a ball that's floating. We talked about that in the opening, how they changed the international ball here, and players still getting used to this one. They say it really moves a lot. Big swing by Mokeki, but a nice block by Uceda.
And that's the situation where someone has to kind of stay back a little bit on defense during that cover, and Canada did a great job kind of getting underneath for the big stuff block, but kind of left that soft block wide open.
Young gets the ball to O'Reilly. They go back to Mokeki. She hits the ball off the top of the net, but it's kept alive by Palacios, the libero. Peru hits that ball off the blocker's hand, touches pulse.
Canada really has to be careful here. They're already down 4-1, and they've been battling back in the first and second set. And this is they don't want to do. They want to try and be even here with Peru through this first 8 points.
4-1's the score. O'Reilly goes middle there to number 16. That was Hinza, but it's Doug. O'Reilly now up to Voss. Voss off the blocker's hand, kept alive by the Peru player, but chasing it down was Urube, and she couldn't catch up to that ball. Results in a point for Team Canada.
And Coach Ludwig decides to leave Voss in favor of Schlagenweit, who had a pretty solid first set and a half. Will battle through some adversity there a little bit, but is going to keep Voss out there and see how she does with this opportunity.
Palacios with the pass for Peru. Tip being put over by Soto, but a net violation called against Team Canada.
And that's a case of maybe trying a little bit too hard on the block. She sees the tip coming, and you're trying to reach out for it a little bit, and what happens most of the time is you end up being on the net.
Soto serves into the net. 5-3's our score in favor of Peru. Mokeki back to serve for Team Canada. Solid server. Palacios, no problem with that one. Cross-court attack by Urube. And it scores for Team Peru.
And again, Team Canada down 3 points, which seems to be kind of a familiar hole for them, down 3. See if they can slide out right back here.
Uribe now serving for Peru. Nice pass by Mahone. O'Reilly has to force this one to Voss. Voss with the nice reach. Hits it off Ortiz, and it goes into the crowd.
And that ball was almost kind of clubbed by Vossman. Didn't have a lot of topspin on it, and that can be a very hard ball to dig as it kind of comes floating out at you, and I think that's what happened to the Peru defender there.
Ashley Bach now serving for Canada. La Rosa, nice fake there. You can see her almost do a little bit of a jump.
I didn't know we were playing Team Poland here with that Polish in the middle.
Polish quickie.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Mahone was there for the block. She just turned off the net a little bit, and the ball came down her front.
Uceda now serving for Peru. 7-4 is the score in favor of Peru. Nice pass by Young. They go back to Holness. Holness having to go just a roll shot. Almost scoring, but it's kept alive by Palacios, the libero. O'Reilly going back to Holness, who's on the step around, hits it cross court to the middle of the court. No mistake there.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. And it wasn't a great connection on the first step around. So they went back to her, and she made no mistake on the second one.
Tasha Holness now serving for Canada. They trail by 2. 7-5 is their score in this third set. We're tied 1 apiece. Palacios with the pass. La Rosa goes back to Zamudio, who goes cross court and scores in front of Mokeki.
And for the third consecutive set, we're at 8-5 for Peru. So interesting how that's worked out every time so far tonight.
Jared, I'm going to start calling you Rain Man.
I don't know I can recite as much info as he can, but I can remember some numbers. But you know what? While we have this opportunity, I just want to make mention of some of our sponsors for Team Canada. A big one is Murray Chevrolet Hummer as one of the Team Canada sponsors, as well as, to quickly rattle off a few, Mizuno, the Canadian Sports Centre Manitoba, the City of Winnipeg, Sport Manitoba, the University of Manitoba, the Manitoba Volleyball Association, the Winnipeg Free Press, Canjin, Manitoba Hydro, Active Ankle, and Investors Group. So, and of course, you know, Volleyball Canada and the province of Manitoba all pitching in, helping out here as well. And, you know, they looked like there was a time of support over the years and many more years to come, hopefully, as well.
Absolutely. We're at a great advantage having this opportunity. So if you get the chance, you want to come down here and take this in, because not every province has this.
Oh, exactly. I think we're sometimes all a little bit spoiled here with how many international volleyball events we get here in Winnipeg. And hopefully, like we said, for more years to come, we continue to see this great action.
That's right. And to see it in person is always special. To see the level, like the size of the players, their abilities, it's absolutely fabulous. And there we just saw a great tip by Team Canada. 8-6 is now the score. Back to serve is the setter. That's Lauren O'Reilly. Palacios with the pass. La Rosa with a great save in the middle. And Zamudio, give her credit. That ball was tight to the net, and she showed a lot of control there by not going on the net herself.
And unfortunately, their Team Canada, Mokeki, did a great job getting up and helping in the middle of the attack, but that tip became open because she wasn't there to defend against it. So nice play there by Peru to tip that ball down and score.
O'Reilly tries to reach for that one. It was an over bump. She almost got a piece of it, but unfortunately the ball went over, so she called for the back row attack.
And that was actually a pretty nice pass by Team Canada. O'Reilly was just a little bit off the net, and that ball went over her head.
Zamudio now serving for Peru. Young, perfect pass for O'Reilly. Mokeki with a big sprint. Diving for it was number 13, La Rosa, but she couldn't keep that ball in play. 10-7 is now our score, still in favor of Team Peru in this third set.
This is going to be a really crucial part of this third set here, is if Team Canada can stay close and just kind of chip away and try and make sure Peru doesn't score any more points on their serve.
Uceda struggled a little bit with that pass. O'Reilly goes out to Voss. Voss, cross court, a sharp angle. That ball scoring just beyond the 3-meter or 10-foot line.
And, you know, Peru obviously picked up on what, you know, some of the Team Canada players were doing, and now with Voss coming in off the bench, you know, they have to kind of, you know, relearn all those tendencies, as she's obviously a much different player than Schlagenweit was on the left.
Mahan with the serve. That ball goes off the antenna and out. 11-8 is our score. Still a 3-point lead in favor of Peru. Back to serve right now is Ortiz. Young. O'Reilly chases it down. She goes straight up to Voss. Voss cross court, kept alive by Palacios. And Reciso Seda with the attack. And she scores for Peru.
Team Canada got their hands on it, just wasn't quite solid enough, and a nice swing there to just power it through.
Ortiz with the serve, Voss with a good pass to O'Reilly, and having to really run in there quickly with Mulcahy. By the time she got there, the ball was already below the tape, so she hit it in the net.
And now we're going to see a substitution here for Team Canada. Coach Ludwig has liked to go to the double sub every time, but tonight is the first time he's just putting low one in strictly for O'Reilly. So we'll see what the new setter, Sam Mullen, can do.
And a little bit more height in the front row for Team Canada. 13-8 our score. Young gets the ball too low, and Lowen goes out to Voss. Voss gets blocked. Looks like Lowen was trying to save that one, and Young and her kind of collided there, but good that both players are making the attempt to save that ball.
This has to be a little bit frustrating for Coach Ludwig. His team played quite well in the first set, and now we see kind of those a bit unforced error type mistakes starting to happen here now in this third set. Tough pass there from Voss.
Mulcahy tips that ball across court, but it's kept alive by Peru. And Peru attacking that ball. That was number 6, Uceda, hitting the ball off the blocker's hands and out. 15-8 is our score right now.
And, it seems like in a blink of an eye, Missy, we were close for a while here. At, I believe it was 10-8 for Peru, and now a 5-point run here. And that's how quickly you can get away from you in volleyball. Obviously, a couple missed serves, a couple bad, passes. The next thing you know, you're down by 7, and that's what's happened here so far in this third set. But Team Canada's still in it. There's still the opportunity to come back. You chip away a little bit, and they can come back on this Peru team. But they got to start playing with a little bit more of that, intensity we saw in the first set. It's kind of gone away a little bit here as the nights continued.
Right, at this point, they're just trying to gain some experience here. They have nothing to lose here, everything to gain. So they just kind of have to regroup, kind of pull together here and get themselves back in this one. This one very far from being over, but it could be quickly over if they don't rebound back and get themselves back in this one. Still serving is Carlo Ortiz. Ortiz with a nice float serve, but no problem with that. Was number 14, Voss. On that ball, hit cross court by Mulcahy. Looked like LaRosa was trying to make a case for saving that one, but it did hit the ground just in front of her.
We had a pretty good angle from where we here are up in the booth, and that ball was definitely down. I can call it the booth, right?
Absolutely.
I can call it a booth.
Hinza with the serve. LaRosa goes right side. He's so, but it's kept alive by Canada. Voss with a big swing. You can see her really reaching for that one and just placing it nicely to the middle of the court. It's dropped right in front of the Peru player.
Oh, nice job there from Voss for sure. Tough serve here. You can see a bit of a side spin, almost a cut to it. You can really tell with this ball, the rotations that's on it.
And Jennifer Hinza serves that ball into the net.
But, they were down 7, now down 6. So we talked about, you chip away, you earn a couple points on your serve here and there, and try and side out at 100%. And by the time we get to, mid-20s, Canada should be close. So we'll see what they're able to do.
16-10 is our score. It is the second technical timeout right now.
I wanted to make mention here, Missy, we had the opportunity for a new initiative here for Team Canada, and that's Drive for the Podium. The Team Canada Women's Volleyball Center, in collaboration with the Canadian Sports Center in Manitoba, they're excited to announce they'll be hosting a new annual major fundraising golf tournament called Drive for the Podium. So this will be the inaugural event taking place Wednesday, June 17th. So a week yesterday, I guess, 6 days from now at Quarry Oaks. And I do believe it will be the largest annual fundraiser for local Manitoba high-performance athletes and Olympic hopefuls. So there still are spots available for golfers. And the number is 474-6645, and you can also go to www.cfcm.ca. So that's a good opportunity. If you're a golfer, I'm a bit of a hacker myself, Misty, but I go up there on the links and see what I can do.
I don't get the chance to golf too often myself, but we do on occasion go out. I will be golfing this weekend, and actually I even have my sons golfing already at the lake. And
I'm a bit more of a mini putter, putt than I am on the big course. It's a good opportunity, a fundraising initiative like that, you got to take part.
Voss with another big swing, but it's dug up by Palacios. Some miscommunication by Peru. 2 hits are called
see Soto kind of giving it to the setter La Rosa there a little bit. I don't know if she wanted her to step in and set it, but I'm not sure.
Sonia Mokecki serving that ball going deep, but looked like Ortiz took that one, and even though her teammates were trying to turn it off, Holness now with the cross court, dug up by La Rosa. Down ball being put over by Uceda. Holness having to chase that ball down, just put the tip over the block. Free ball being put over by Peru. See if Canada can take advantage of this one. Lowen goes outside to Voth, who had to race in for that one. La Rosa, right side. Arube, but a big hit by Young, kept alive by Mokecki, and Mahan put it over for the free ball. And La Rosa with the setter's dump.
And that's pretty much the perfect time, textbook time for the setter's dump. Team Canada scrambling around. They're happy to keep the ball alive, and they're not really focused on what's going on the outside of the net. And La Rosa was a brilliant play, just barely tipping it over the net, falling down to the floor. And a really smart play there with La Rosa.
Absolutely. Very heads-up play on her part. Lowen with the dump, but right there was number 4, Soto. La Rosa now goes right side to number 7, Zamudio, but she hits that ball wide.
Very close. And I think that's one of the few mistakes Zamudio has made tonight is on that step round. She hit the ball just a little bit wide. We're going to substitution now for Team Canada. Marie Matteau missed her serve in the first set when she came in, but served fairly well in the second. Let's see if she's able to here, basically no pressure, down 6 in the third set.
Straight 18-12 is our score. Marie Matteau serves that ball wide. It looked like she got underneath that ball. She replaced Ashley Voth, but Ashley Voth is getting right back into the game after that miss serve. Coach might also be testing her under some pressure situations here, or maybe wanted a certain serve in a certain spot there, and unfortunately it just went wide for Marie Matteau. Uceda now serving for Peru. Young passes that ball. Lowen had to kind of chase that ball down. The set was a little bit inside, and a huge block there by Zamudio and La Rosa teaming up for that one. 20-12 is now our score.
That's a blocker's dream there if you're Peru. Tight and inside. That's pretty much that's the case for a tough block almost every time. Really, Mahone, didn't have much option there. Maybe could have tried to tip it or roll it over, but went to the aggressive swing, and Zamudio slandered on that one.
So Team Canada in a bit of a tight spot right now. They trail by 8, 20-12 is our score in this third set. We're tied 1 apiece. Canada taking the first set 28-26. Peru responding nicely in the second one, taking it 25-15.
We'll see what Team Canada is able to do. They've obviously dug themselves a bit of a hole here, down 20-12, like we mentioned, but again, one of these situations where they can hopefully build some momentum, and they made some nice plays at the end of the second set, weren't able to kind of transfer to the third, but they'll try one more time here again in the third to see if they can build going into the fourth. And that's the beauty, they can lose these second and third sets here pretty handily and come back and win the fourth and fifth, right? So,
Uceda serving for Peru. Nice pass by Voth. Lowen goes out to Mahan. Oh, great driving save!
Oh,
here by Uceda.
You see Coach Young is doing a bit of a jig on the floor there. He was quite happy that after 2 great saves by Peru, a bit of miscommunication by the libero and Soto, I believe, and the ball just falls down on the floor.
After saves like that, boy, teams have to be ready. Your teammates have to be ready to play that ball over, especially with the effort that we saw by that first hit by Uceda. There we go. Palacios there to dig that one up. Nice block there by Lowen and Hinza for Team Canada.
Ortiz looked like she was coming in for maybe a 33 type run the first time, and the ball was set all the way out to the antenna, and she was kind of caught a bit off guard and then couldn't get outside. And later on, now we're going to get a late time out call here by Coach Young and try and settle the troops down. We see Team Canada's, B team, I guess. I guess we'll call them. Mainly the players who make up the FISU team,
right,
which is in July. I believe the first weekend in July. That's that'll be in Serbia, I do believe. If I'm correct. Right. In Belgrade, Serbia, FISU game, July 1st to 12th. And Team Canada will try their hand at it. And then for those who aren't familiar with FISU, it's basically an Olympics for university athletes. So really, a neat event to be a part of. And you have to be, I believe, still in university or just finished your last year of study. So even some of these girls right now on the court, Sam Lowe and Ashley Voss, hindsight, they could all be on that FISU team as well. So really, it'll be a neat experience. And a service ace there by Holness. The bottom fell right out of that one, and then Libero wasn't able to come up with it. Palacio got a bit out of position.
Canada now only trailing by 5, 20-15 is our score. One thing we mentioned was Canada is also under the direction of a new coach, and that would be Ludwig. And Ludwig used to coach in Germany, and you may remember Lorianne Sawatsky, that is his wife, former player of U of M, one of the top athletes that came through the University of Manitoba through their success.
So a definite tie to Winnipeg before Lupo even came back here to coach the national team. So obviously an exciting opportunity, a former assistant coach with the German national team of the 6th place in the Sydney 2000 Olympics. So looking to try and improve, the world ranking for Team Canada here.
And a great tip there from the left side by Tammy Mahan, and it scores 21-16 is our score. Back to serve right now, Samantha Lowen. One of the setters for Team Canada. Palacios gets the pass to La Rosa. Tip being put over by number 7, Zamudio, but Young could not get it on Team Canada's side.
We obviously we don't have stats up here, Missy, but I'd love to see the hitting percentage for Zamudio tonight. She's got to be above the 700s at least, I would think.
Zamudio has been a solid attacker for Team Peru. Mahan playing that ball off the blocker's hand, and then a nice tip there by number 16, Hinza. Nice dig by Young. Lowen goes out to number 7. That was Mulcahy.
Peru looking for a 4-hit violation there. It actually, I guess, ended up being 6. If they think of that call, Canada played it up and continued to win the rally. So, but it looks like to me there was a touch there on that ball.
Mahan with the serve for Canada. La Rosa goes out. Nice attack there by Ortiz. You can see her reaching high above the blocker's hands and finds a deep backcourt.
So Canada, they've battled here. They've definitely not rolled over. I think they can take something from that, down 23-17, but it looks a little bit sharper after being down 15-8 at one point.
Palacios puts it over to the right side to number 4. That was Soto, dug up by Canada. Mulcahy with a nice attack from the... Oh, great dig there by Young, the libero. That ball came straight down, hit by the Peru player, and Young was in perfect position.
She doesn't know her name anymore, Missy, after that ball hit her in the face, but she got in front of it and kept it alive, and that's all you can ask for as a defender.
Voss gets the pass to Lowen. Lowen goes all the way back to the right side. Great attack by Mulcahy off the blocker's hand. She hit that off of Oseda's hand.
Textbook thing there, really, by Mulcahy. Nice job there.
Absolutely. 24-18 are scored. Back to serve right now is Hinza. Palacios with the perfect pass to La Rosa. But Soto got there a little bit late, hit the ball into the net. Looked like she was below the tape by the time she got there.
Well, Canada can get into the 20s here, Misty. Obviously, Peru needs one more point to close this third set. But if they can get in the 20s, then this will really build for them going into the fourth set.
Great for Welder. It wasn't looking good for Canada, but they're definitely plugging away at this one. Oh, but hitting that ball down the line was Oseda. She hits it right to Sam Loney. Couldn't control that one. 25-19. Peru takes the third set here, so they now lead 2-1 in this women's international match here at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center.
Well, we've been treated to some pretty solid volleyball through 3 sets so far, and obviously, we'd love to see Team Canada up 2-1 right now, but they can be encouraged by some things that they've done. I think we've seen some great play by Mulcahy, and Holmes has had some bright spots as well, and Ashley Voss coming off the bench, I think played fairly well in that third set.
Yeah.
So, definitely things to build upon, moving forward. But this Peru team, I think, kind of flexing my muscles a little bit as this match has continued. It kind of sharpened up a little bit, and it's put Canada in a bit of some tough situations sometimes here.
Right, and in that third set, we sort of saw Canada start off very slowly. It wasn't looking very good, but they responded nicely by slowly chipping away and bringing themselves back into that. So maybe that momentum that they ended with can continue in this fourth set.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of this fourth set, but I really think Team Canada needs to come out this first 8 points. That's got to be their goal. Not winning this fourth set. If I was the coach in this timeout right now, I'd say, you know what, girls, we really want to be the first team to 8. We want to get to that technical timeout in the lead, and obviously, university and international play, you get those extra timeouts, you get those technical timeouts, and it's nice to make that kind of your goal. Say, girls, let's not think about 25, let's think about 8 first, and try and be the first team there. And if they can do that, I think it'll go a long way, moving forward throughout this whole fourth set.
So a good crowd in attendance here for this Peru versus Team Canada. And these two teams take to court tomorrow night here at the University of Manitoba Investors Group Athletic Center. Game time 7 o'clock. If you get the opportunity, take advantage of it.
We're going to say PBR, the Stanley Cup game tomorrow, Misty. We'll say tape it. Plug your ears. Don't listen to it on the radio.
It's only Game 7, isn't it?
It's only Game 7. That's right. So take the hockey. Come down, watch the volleyball. Maybe go catch the third period of the Moose after that. Do it on all the time at night. And then watch the Stanley Cup after that. But as far as I know, Mitchie, this is one of the few weekends, times we'll get to see Team Canada this summer in Winnipeg.
Absolutely,
in Canada,
they're going to be doing a lot of traveling. This exhibition series is just getting them prepared and giving them the opportunity to gain some experience to prepare for those particular events, the Pan American Cup, the World Qualifier Tournament that's also coming up. So a very busy schedule for them in the summer, and this one of their first series that they've had.
And I just want to make mention, we quickly talked about that FISHU team. I did find here the FISHU games head coach will be Olivier Trudel from the University of Montreal, and his assistant coach will be Ryan Hofer from Trinity Western and Joanne Ross from UBC.
And Joanne Ross, a former player of Team Canada herself. Nice press at the net by Hinza. She hits that ball out of bounds, though. After the press, it came back up, and she hit that ball, attacked it, but unfortunately just went out. First point goes to Peru.
Good idea. The shot was there. The last couple feet of the court were wide open, but just hit it long.
Great shot. Unfortunately, not in the best position to do it. She was kind of sideways when she hit that one. Oh, nice approach and attack by Tanya Motecki for Team Canada.
Motecki has what I would call a real deep arm swing. She really comes from really down low, and it really generates a lot of extra power. And sometimes if it's a quicker set, that might get her in trouble. But with the sets there, it's really ideal for her.
Ortiz with a cross-court attack, landing right in front of the libero player. That's Young.
This is where these first couple points, Canada's really trying to focus on siding out here and just trying to stay even with Team Peru. Nice pass from Mahone.
Nice save by Peru. A lot of one arms getting a piece of that ball. Soto with the deep attack. Mahone diving for that one. Voss reaching nice and high, but it's kept alive by Zamodier. Motecki with a big swing. Once again, Zamodier, was there in position. Lowen going right side. Motecki. And the blocker's hands, you can clearly see from our vantage point, were off the net, not penetrating the net. Point Team Canada.
And Motecki, is no doubt about it, she's the workhorse for Team Canada here. She's had, I'd say, in the neighborhood of 30 attempts at least so far tonight in just 3 sets, but has shown no sign of slowing down here so far.
Hinza with the serve, 2-all. Is there a score? Free ball being put over. It looked like the middle attack didn't connect for Peru, so a free ball was put over, but Motecki takes advantage of that one, hits cross-court, and points. Canada with the lead.
I know it's only 3-2, Missy, but this can go a really long way, getting all the way to 25, get the crowd in it early, and really let Team Canada build off of this.
Hinza still serving for Team Canada. Palacios with the pass to La Rosa. Nice high reach there by Soto off the Canadian blocker's hand and out of bounds. Once again, we are all tied up at 3 apiece. Back to serve right now is number 15, Carla Ortiz. Mahan gets the pass to Lowen. Voss with the attack. And an overbump taken advantage of by Tasha Holness.
You know, these fans here, Mason, they've been waiting for this. They've been waiting to just explode here, and now, you know, we're seeing a great start. First 7 points here up 4-3. The fans are into it for sure.
Tanya McKechnie to serve for Team Canada. La Rosa goes middle to number 2. That's Uribe. But that ball hit out of bounds. Looked like she over-approached that one, and it kind of had to reach back for that ball.
Yeah, you know, Rosa trying to force the middle a little bit, maybe, you know, and maybe not really the best idea on that pass, and it caught them a bit out of position.
Mulcahy cross-court serve. Ortega having to put a free ball over. Lowen goes back to Holness. Holness looked like she stumbled a little bit with her approach. Middle attack, but Young is right there to dig that ball up. Voss putting the free ball over. La Rosa. Oh, good! Middle to Soto, who makes absolutely no mistake.
On that second set, or third set, we saw Soto have an opportunity there. Exact same run, hit the ball out of bounds, but made no mistake on that one there. Put that ball down far to the ground.
Young with the pass to Lowen. She goes out to Voss. Voss really had to reach for that one, but the ball went well beyond the antenna, and she got called for the carried ball.
The crucial part of the match here if Team Canada can stay with Peru, start out right back right now.
We're tied at 5 apiece right now, and Soto serving for Peru. Back row attack by Mahan. Oh, sorry, that was Mulcahy.
You know, they've done that a couple times. Instead of running the C-ball option, they bring Mulcahy around and she hits the pipe. I don't know, maybe she has a tough time getting it, but you can see her now with the timeout. She just mouths it down low. Great set. The set was there. Mulcahy just maybe went after it a little bit too hard and hit the ball into the net.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pay attention to the numbers because I'll tell you from this side, Mulcahy and Mahan look a lot alike. They both have the ponytail, same colored hair, same nose.
They're pretty much the exact same build as well out there, so it's tough to tell them apart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've also seen Tammy Mahan hit those back row attacks.
That's right. Like I mentioned, Mahone, we can look up on the wall here, part of a couple championships for U of M. We're going to find the banner, but obviously I think 2001, I believe, 2001, 2002. She was a part of both those CIS championship teams for the University of Manitoba, and I believe the 2002 one was played here, if I'm not wrong. I believe one on the home court.
Lots of banners up on the walls here at U of M. Holness has to play that ball just standing on the ground, kind of out of position there, but making no mistake on Peru's side was Uribe.
You see Coach Lupo maybe getting a bit frustrated. Lowen has tried that same run and the exact same result both times. A little bit too low, and Holness has had to just stand on the ground and put it over. You just can't give free opportunities away.
Lowen out to Voss. Voss reaching high off the blocker's hand, but it's kept alive by Peru. Peru putting just a roll shot in the middle by Uribe. Voss again gets blocked, but right there is Mulcahy. Back row, Mahan, just a nice roll shot to the middle, dug up by Soto. Oh, and a big block there by Team Canada, but a free ball being put over by Peru. Holness mistimed that one. A little bit of miscommunication there. I'm not sure if she went in a little bit early. It almost looked like she did because Lowen didn't even have the ball yet.
All right, Missy, here's your opportunity to call me Dustin Hoffman because it's 8-5 again for the 4th straight time. If you can believe it.
Do you like Kmart?
I'm gonna go read the phone book here this time out here. I'll recite you a couple numbers. But
I dropped some toothpicks. Are you gonna tell me the number?
That's right. Definitely, 8-5 here in this 4th set. Again, a familiar hole for Team Canada. Been down every time in this first technical timeout. And after really a great start. You know, it went only 3 or 4 points, but Team Canada came off right on fire, and now it's kind of cooled down a little bit, losing that connection in the middle with Holness. There's 3 straight errors in the middle between Lowen and Holness.
8-5 is our score. First technical timeout. Peru in the lead by 3 and are leading 2-1. Canada taking the opening set 28-26, but then Peru taking the next two by the scores of 25-15, 25-19. Back to serve right now is Deanna Soto. Mahan with the pass to Low, and they go to Holness, who makes no mistake there. So the play that just didn't work for them, they go right back to it, which also helps with their confidence.
And, if this was, a really big competition, maybe, later on in the cycle, I might kind of question that going the fourth time in a row, but because it's early in their development, they're just trying to get better. That's, a play you have to make, and you have to try and fix it. And no better place than right now at the current time to do it, and they went back, and now you can feel confident with Holness that option's there.
Absolutely, and as a setter and, with your attackers, you want to be able to connect. You've got to be able to work through some of those kinks when they don't work. Young gets a pass to Low and back to Holness again, but nice dig in the back row by Soto. Lowen chasing this ball down. She goes out to Mahan. Mahan off the blocker's hand, kept alive by Ortiz, and running and chasing that ball down are two of the players from Peru that can't keep the ball alive.
Nice effort there, but they weren't able to track her down. I think she actually got caught in some molasses there watching her sprint there. It wasn't 2 feet of foot, but a good effort.
Bonus to serve for Team Canada, 9-7's our score. La Rosa goes to Ortiz. Mahan, you can see her really reach. She was facing cross court and hit that ball down the line.
And that ball might have been out of bounds. I don't know if it was off the touch or not, but the defender in 6 reached out for it. It would have been close for sure whether it was in or out. Time to get back into it again.
Absolutely, only trailing by 1, and a service ace that going off the top of the net and finding the court. We are all tied up at 9 in this fourth set.
Now we're getting a timeout from Coach Young. Wants to settle the troops down again, and we've seen this. Not afraid to call the timeout early on. It's Peru. When you have these 2 technical timeouts, I think you can you can take the timeout a little bit earlier in the match than maybe you normally would. When you only have the 2, because you're going to have an opportunity again at 8 and 16 to talk to your team if you need be. So wasting no time here, trying to make sure that they settle this match in 4 sets, because you don't want anything to ever go to a 5th set. Anything can happen for sure.
All tied up at 9 apiece here. We'll see what Canada can do here. Holness is still at the service line for Team Canada.
You see Zamudio giving some coaching tips to La Rosa there on how to block.
And the crowd getting into this one. You can probably hear them in the background. Unfortunately, that serve going into the net.
Somebody snuck a bongo into the crowd there, I think. Let's see, we have some Blue Man Group drums up there playing a pretty good beat, but I think it threw Holness off a little bit. She put that one in the net.
Oh, and you can see that serve really moved. Boy, you talk about the movement on the ball. That was Uceda with the serve, and that ball just dropped in front of Young.
You can really, really tell the revolution on the ball with this new ball here. You can just see it spinning like crazy.
And again, this ball was dropping, and Voss right there. Mahan with the attack, but right there down the line was Soto. Unfortunately, she digs the ball, but it goes into the crowd.
And the drums are right back at it. Now Mahan is going to pick up her game here in this 4th set. Being the captain, being one of the veterans, that's what you need.
Palacios with the pass to La Rosa. Oh, nice step around, and that attack by Zamudio. Zamudio with a great attack there. 12-10 is the score. Back to serve is the setter, La Rosa. Voss with the pass. Mahan having to set that one. And Molteki looked like she got underneath that ball a little bit.
one of the few mistakes we've seen from Mokeki in a while. She started off a little slow in the first set, but played really solid since then. And they're going to need her if they're going to be successful in this fourth set.
Absolutely. Go back to Mahan, who hits across court. She's dug up by La Rosa. Soto with the attack, but right there is Mokelki, and I believe that was Hinza teaming up on that block.
And Mahan, I've seen that approach a couple times with her tonight, where it's almost kind of an inside-out approach, where she comes into the court a little bit and then drifts back out as she jumps. And it can be difficult to line up as a blocker.
Ortiz hitting that ball off the blocker's hand. Sam Lowen keeping that ball alive in the middle. Hinza puts it over. Free ball being put over by La Rosa for Peru. They go middle again to Hinza, but it's dug up. La Rosa going outside to Ortiz. She gets blocked. Palacios right there. They go back to Soto, who hits across court. Mahan with a huge dig. Lowen goes outside to Voss, cross court, but it's dug up. And that ball going off the blocker's hands is tipped by Peru, and it scores because it goes out of bounds off the blocker's hand.
We'll see a substitution here. Colette Meek coming into the game, seeing her first action of the night, replacing Jennifer Hinza, who's played pretty well, but maybe Coach Lupo sees Hinza retiring out a little bit, or just wants to give Meek an opportunity here as well. Meek, formerly, I believe, spent some time at U of A, I believe.
It's attacked by Voss. Soto just places that one, but Young's right there. Lowen going out to Voss again. Voss cross court, big dig by Uceda. Mohamed's a big dig. Mokelki hits that ball into the net. 15-11 is our score in favor of Peru.
We see a couple mistakes starting to pile up here now. We're going to get another substitution coming into the game, actually. Number 17, Brittany Page, who will take out Mokelki.
So Page in, Mokelki takes a rest. We've got a couple new players on Team Canada's side. Comodio with the serve. Lowen outside to number 14. That was a great attack by Ashley Voss. Canada's still in this one.
Oh, for sure, most definitely. And let's see if they can get a couple here before this timeout. That can go a long way from them. They're going to get to close the gap to 2 potentially here.
Meek with the serve. Palacios with the pass to La Rosa. Oh, big attack in the middle by Mirta Uribe.
So Canada's got some work to do here in this potentially last third of this fourth set. And down 16-12. They have to come right back. And now with some new players on the floor too, they might be a little cold. I mean, Page and Meek haven't played at all. Now kind of being thrown into the fray here in this fourth set. We'll see how they respond off the bench. This is what you need to do, though, right? You need to see. You want a big match, potentially later on in this cycle. If you get put in having not played for 3.5 sets, how are you going to respond? And it could be a really good opportunity for Meek and Page to show their worth here. So I wouldn't be surprised if Canada doesn't side out quickly that Mokelki might come right back in potentially.
16-12 is our score. Peru up by 4, also leading 2-1 in this best of 5.
We should mention Brittany Page is from Vernon, BC. So doing Vernon proud.
I'd like to welcome all our viewers from all across that are taking this match in. Mahan with the pass gets it to Lowen. Big attack in the middle by Holness. That's been a great combination for Team Canada.
And when Holness gets the ball in the right spot, she is a real force to be reckoned with in the middle. And playing against 2 very solid middles on the Peru side as well. So.
And a huge block by Bob and Holness. So a couple of great points by Team Canada, only trailing by 2 now. 16-14 is our score. The crowd getting right into this one, trying to keep Team Canada in this set. Mahan, nice driving save off that attack. Boss with the free ball, puts it short. La Rosa goes outside. So you see the one-on-one block by Samantha Lowen. It doesn't get any bigger for Team Canada.
Missy, I'll use an old line, old favorite here. Call up the neighbors because we're having a block party. All of a sudden, Canada, an impenetrable force here at the net.
3 huge points in a row. Palacios gets the ball to LaRosa. You see that with the roll stopper right there. With Team Canada, that was Page. Lowen keeps the ball alive. Young goes back, but again, players getting in the way a little bit. That was a tough play for Canada. Young with the dig off Yusita. Lowen goes outside to Voss. Voss gets blocked, but right there is Holness with a great save. Voss hits it. Yusita gets blocked by Lowen and Holness for no bigger points than that for Team Canada.
There's big momentum and a big kill, Missy, but nothing is bigger in volleyball than a big tough block, and we've now seen 3 in a row for Team Canada. This is getting crazy over here.
Absolutely, and we are all tied up at 16. And another block! Holness saying, not in my house.
The Hogs are going to show up here soon, Missy. This block party's getting out of control. Another timeout now for Peru.
It's been an absolute huge turn for Team Canada. Team Peru has seen enough. They call a timeout. They trail by 1, and probably for the first time in this fourth set, the score is 17-16. Wow. What a turning point for Team Canada.
It's unbelievable, Missy, and it's just got everything going here right for Team Canada right now. We got a couple substitutions, and all the momentum has just changed to the Team Canada side. And it's all the blocking right now of Team Canada. It's unbelievable. Sam Lowen is possessed up there at the net. She's got Peru hitters in her back pocket.
Well, a block doesn't get much bigger than a combination of Sam Lowen and Tasha Holness. So they're putting up just a solid block. They're putting on a bit of a clinic right now in the front row.
I know Sam Lowen, she's only been a setter since she was in about a grade 11. And, she's only 20 years old. I mean, she has only about 3 or 4 years of setting experience under her belt. Really, it's truly remarkable how far she's come.
Okay, a former athlete from River East Collegiate. Both her parents former players as well. Oh, what a cut shot by Voss, and that one just going wide.
This place would have erupted if that one was in.
They're all tied up at 17 apiece here.
We got a game now, though, Missy. First one to 8 pretty much is going to win this fourth set.
Absolutely. We'll see how Canada responds. Holness gets blocked, but it's kept alive, I think, by Young. 3 ball being put over by Mahan.
Watch a middle attack here.
Holness setter down by LaRosa. Boy, I'll tell you, she has timed those perfectly.
Textbook. She can write a book right now on when to dump. She's had, 3 or 4. Just excellent setter dump.
Very smart setter, which is what you want from your setter. Lowen going outside to Voss. Voss reaching high and finding the backcourt. Looked like number 4 Soto really came up for the tip there and left the back wide open.
Ortiz a lot of court there, a little bit too much court to cover, and she really had not much of a chance to take that ball.
Voss now serving 14 Canada. We're tied again at 18 apiece. Uribe puts that ball out of bounds. They're looking for a touch. No touch is called. Canada once again takes a 1-point lead, 19-18 in this fourth set. And a much-needed fourth set for Team Canada to stay alive in this match. LaRosa goes to number 2, Uribe, but that was dug up by Voss, I believe. LaRosa goes again, but right there was Page, I believe.
Unfortunate in that play, after a great dig by Page, Lowen was there to set it, and Holness went up and just kind of tipped it over. I would have liked to see Mahone get a swing on that ball. A little bit unfortunate there, and obviously Lowen, an aggressive play, swinging and turning, running, but the ball misses just wide.
Uribe now serving for Peru. We're tied at 19. Lowen goes out to Mahan. Mahan, nice swing, goes off the blocker's hands, and out. Point Team Canada.
That's the swing I wanted to see a point ago, Missy. That one right there, outside.
Well, it's a good thing Coach Ludwig is piped into what you're saying here. Holness now serving for Team Canada. That one she hit on the way down. That was a great serve. Number 7, that's Zamudio finding the open court there, just in front of the Team Canada player. We are once again tied up. This one looking like the first set.
That's right. We're starting to get the sense we could be heading for extra points again the way this one's going.
Uceda with the serve. Young, nice pass. Mahan with the tip off the blocker's hand. LaRosa with the chicken wing save. Oh, and again, players, that's the one thing you don't want to see is players looking at each other. Just be the one to step up and make the save.
And that's one of those mistakes, probably just not being totally comfortable with each other yet. It's still such a new team, and that's a ball, as we continue along, that's probably going to be dug almost every time.
Okay, so the players have to be assertive and just be the one to play it. Boss with a perfect pass. Oh, a little bit high.
Oh,
but Lowen saving that ball, dumping it back over her head. Out of bounds, 22-20. Now the lead in favor of Peru. Timeout is being called by Team Canada.
And that's a really, really tough play, as I said. It's obviously a blind dump. You can't really see the court behind you. And you're going up with your opposite hand, your non-strong hand, to try and put that ball in. And that's a very, very tough skill play to make. But Lowen almost got it. And interesting to see how Team Canada comes out of this timeout, Missy. They've battled really hard here in this fourth set and made, obviously a couple huge plays at the net. And they're going to need, about 4 or 5 more if they have any chance of winning this fourth set here.
This next point is going to be very important. If it goes 22-21, it's not as bad as 23-20. So momentum-wise, confidence-wise, this could be a very big point for Team Canada.
And I really like the demeanor of Coach Lupo. You can sense it's very positive, and the girls seem to really be responding to him in the timeout.
Serving right now is Hasena Uceda. Boss with the pass, Lowen going out to Mahan. Mahan off the blocker's hands, but a great dig in the back row by Libero Palacios. But that ball by Ortiz goes sailing out. Big point for Team Canada.
Yeah, like you mentioned, 23-20 and 22-21. That's a world of difference at this stage of your game. So we'll see. Mahone taking a seat here. Maybe potentially a blocking substitution, potentially. We'll watch Zamudia on the step around here. That's what I'd be looking for.
Back to serve right now is the setter, Sam Lowen. LaRosa goes out to Ortiz. Ortiz off the blocker's hands. Young right there. Kept alive by Page. Free ball being put over by Team Canada. They go back, but on the other side is Page and Meek.
And an interesting look there from Team Canada. That should be Marie Mathoa blocking there, but they've kept the blockers in the same spot. And Page is now lined up against Zamudia on that step around. So very interesting switch there from Coach Lupo.
The nice block by Team Canada, tied at 22 apiece. Lowen with the serve. Oh, and a nice dump there. I'll tell you, LaRosa really showing her athleticism and skill here. She made it look like she was going to set that one, and well in the air, turned and did a two-handed dump to the middle of the court.
Yeah, that's a very tricky play there from the center, LaRosa.
LaRosa now serving. Lowen goes outside. That ball nicely hit by Page, who swung hard and just hit it off, overpowered the blocker's hand.
We talked about Page coming in cold, around 16 points in the fourth set, having not played at all. What can you do? And she's got a big stuff block and now a big kill. So that's really got to be pleasing to the coaching staff.
Marie Matho with the serve.
That should be a back row violation there, Missy. Not called.
Oh, and this time Ortiz and Zamudio team up on the block for Team Peru. 24-23.
I think LaRosa touched that ball, and she's a back row setter. Looks like she's got a piece of it into the block. Interesting. Would love to see a replay on that one, but too late now.
Aquino into the game. She replaces Zamudio, and Aquino will now go to the service line. It is set point here, 24-23 for Peru. We'll see what Aquino can do. Nice serve. Young puts it up low and goes back to Page. Page hits that ball into the net. Kind of a tight set, a tough one for her. And Peru takes the fourth set, 25-23. So to recap the scores, Jared, Canada taking the first one, 28-26. Peru taking the next three by the scores of 25-15, 25-19, and finally this last set, 25-23.
Yeah, Team Canada started off great. The first set, obviously taking the first one 28-26. kind of, struggled a little bit for the middle parts of the game in 25-15, 25-19, but definitely have to be encouraged by the effort in the fourth set, especially after being down and coming back with that huge run of blocks that they went on. It's got to be encouraging for the coaching staff for Team Canada.
Absolutely. I think Canada's got to be pleased with their performance here. They did everything possible to stay in that fourth set. And I think based on what we saw score-wise the other night, Canada's got to be pleased with their performance here tonight at the University of Manitoba.
Most definitely, Missy. We talked about, we thought we'd get a better effort from Team Canada tonight. And obviously not having seen the match on Tuesday, we don't know for sure, but we can only assume with just judging by the scores. So hopefully we're going to get an opportunity here to talk to some of the players from Team Canada. We're just waiting by here to see if we can get them to come by. So hopefully Sam comes by and we can put her right on the spot, Missy, and grill her with a couple questions. So we'll see. Maybe we'll make our way onto courtside here, Missy, and see what we can do. But definitely a much better effort from Team Canada tonight. So the girls from Team Canada here are just getting a team photo done, and then we'll have the opportunity to speak with Sam Lowen, the setter for Team Canada. So again, to recap, Missy, one more time, Canada took the first set, 28-26, and what was really an intense battle, they were down and worked their way back, then lost 25-15, 25-19, and ultimately falling short in the fourth set, 25-23, in a set that could have gone either way.
Absolutely. The fourth set actually seemed very similar to the first one, back and forth, lead changed hands a number of times. Canada's got to be pleased with their performance. Exactly what they want to do in these exhibition series is see improvement, and I think they definitely saw that tonight. So that's got to be very positive as they go into tomorrow night's action.
Yeah, and I think we just got word. I think we're actually going to get an opportunity to speak with Lupo as well, Coach Lupo. So we look forward to that. I think maybe we'll get Lupo up here right away on the mic. He's just making his way over right now, getting high fives from probably his biggest supporters. So he's making his way over here. Getting a couple high fives, always important. All right. First. Yeah. Lupo can come over. How's it going, Coach? Good here. I think we're actually just on camera here. Yeah. All right, Coach. So how would you judge tonight's performance compared to Tuesday's?
I think you made a way better job than Tuesday. What we saw in the third set in the middle, I think that was like we played on Tuesday. But the team, they were very focused from the beginning in the first set, and then after the first set, after we won it, I think we went down a little bit, and you can't do this in an international match against Peru. And then we came back pretty good in the fourth set.
What do you think you need to improve on going into tomorrow's game to be successful against Peru?
I think every game should be better. That's what the goal is. And we made some little mistakes, especially at the end of the fourth set. That's why we lost with 2 points. And we have to tomorrow make less mistakes, and then we're going to win a set like this.
Okay, perfect. Well, we liked what we saw tonight. Obviously, some bright spots in the first and the middle part of the fourth set with a big run blocking up the net. But wish you all the best tomorrow night and throughout the next couple weeks of training as well. Okay, thanks very much, Coach. Thank you. So, Missy, we should be getting Samantha Lowen over to join us here right away as well, and we'll have a couple questions for her.
Samantha Lowen, we saw her come into the game in the setting position, doing an outstanding job, and boy, I'll tell you, some solid blocks with her in Ole Miss.
That's right. So, Samantha joins us right now here. How's it going, Sam? Good. How did you feel tonight, Sam, coming off the bench?
Pretty good. I thought I did what I was supposed to do, and yeah.
What do you think will be important heading into tomorrow?
I don't know, just do what we did today, but a little bit better. I mean, like, we made some errors and just, like, not to get, side out right away. Yeah.
Obviously, Sam, you play here for the University of Manitoba. Maybe can you just explain the difference between playing here tonight for Team Canada on the same court that you're so used to playing for U of M?
I think it's awesome. Like, I love that it's located in Winnipeg, and it's great, and, yeah.
All right, so hopefully Sam has more friends and family to join her tomorrow here to watch. But anything else you'd like to say? Maybe say hello to anybody out there watching.
Hi to my family.
All right, thanks very much, Sam. We wish you all the best tomorrow. All right, Missy. Well, it was fun tonight. I think we got treated to a pretty good game. Anything else maybe you'd like to add?
No, I just think, congratulations to Team Canada. I think they've got to be pleased with their performance here tonight. Definitely a step up, and that's what you want to see with each and every match that they get the opportunity to play. We wish them all the best tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think if Team Canada can maybe cut out a little bit of the slow starts, they should be okay. Actually, we're actually going to get joined by one more interview here with the captain, Tammy Mahone. So Tammy's going to join in here. Yeah. Tammy, how did you feel about tonight's match compared to Tuesday's?
Yeah, obviously better. We performed a little bit better, a little more consistent. Stayed working on the things Lupo had us working on. Before the game, he gave us some individual tasks as well as some team tasks. I thought we stayed better focused on those today. And I think you can expect that from this group, that every game and every day, every practice, we're getting better and better and better. We're only been together for 3 weeks. And, it's been a tough 3 weeks, too. We trained for 3 hours this morning and then had a game tonight. So, yeah, we're really pushing through and doing a good job on that.
Do you feel like you gained a lot of sort of confidence, improved a lot tonight on the court?
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, one of the main things that we wanted to do is get some team chemistry going, and that got kind of flowing tonight. So that's a really big thing we can take away from this evening.
Maybe could you just explain to everybody out there what's in store for this summer for this team?
Yeah, for sure. After we finish up here, we have a few days off for recovery because we've been, like I said, going pretty hard since the beginning of May. And then in a couple of weeks, we're going down south, first for the Pan American Cup, where we'll play about 8 games in 10 days. And then 2 days later, we're staying down in Miami. We're flying to Puerto Rico after that for a round-robin tournament for a World Championship qualifier. We have to finish first in that tournament to qualify. If we don't finish first in that tournament, there will be another tournament in August, I think, held here in Winnipeg as a second chance qualifier. Also, at the end of September, again down in Puerto Rico, is our North Beacon Championship. So it's a busy summer.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe you could just explain to people what it means, obviously you being from Manitoba, what it means to play, in your home province for a university that you attended as well.
Yeah, for sure. It never gets old. I've played 8 years. I've played quite a few matches here, and it always is a super proud feeling for me to step on the court wearing this jersey and representing Canada and Manitoba and the rural area that I'm from. I have a group of about 50 fans here from my hometown, and it's always just amazing to look up there and see that, and I appreciate it so much.
Okay, well, I'm known to be a trivia buff. I think Holland, Manitoba, am I correct? Holland, Manitoba, there we go. So that's good. Okay, well, thanks very much, Tammy. All the best this summer. Thank you. All right, so like we were saying, hope everybody enjoyed everything tonight. It was fun, Misty. We're first time working together here, but hopefully we can do it again in the future. But if everybody out there was watching, hope they enjoyed it, and all the best to Team Canada throughout the summer. Okay, thanks, Misty. Yeah.